Hey friends, Nick here for Daily Hope. We're in Isaiah chapter 6 today. It's the commissioning of this prophet. We call him the Prince of Prophets. The book is an unbelievable book, and we're going to get into it over the next few weeks here. But this today is talking about the commissioning. What's appeared as introductory prophetic words, so to speak. Here there's a flashback about the time when Isaiah remembers that God commissioned him. He encounters God in a powerful way. Now, we can have an expectation that today we too can encounter God. And when we do so, just as you'll see with the prophet, I believe two things will happen. We'll have an assurance of one, our sin, and two, of who God is and the calling that he's placed on our lives. There was a time when I had to go somewhere to speak to a group of Christian leaders, and the way the flights worked, I was going to get in a couple of hours early. As it turned out, their flights were delayed overnight. So I was stuck there by myself for almost 24 whole hours by myself in this beautiful cabin in the woods with nothing but my Bible. Oh, I was so annoyed. Some of you are thinking, sounds quite nice. I just wanted to be back with my family, not realizing how much of a blessing it was. I was walking between the couch and the kitchen tabletop, and I felt God say, stop. So I stopped. I won't say I hear from God audibly all the time, so this was an unusual thing for me. So I stopped, and I felt this urge come over me to just speak out praises to him. It started slowly at first, but then it became a torrent coming out of my lips. You are holy and righteous. You're amazing. You're the Lord Most High. It just kept on tumbling out, and I had my eyes closed and my hands to the heavens. It might have been for 3 minutes. It might have been for 20 minutes. I truly don't know. But as I ended, I opened my eyes, and before me, there was this huge window looking out down this gorgeous valley, but the beams holding the four windows together looked like a cross, and the sun was beaming through it, shining into my eyes, and I was almost overwhelmed. As we come to the commissioning of Isaiah, we see that it's during the reign of King Uzziah. So this is about 740 BC, 740 years before Christ. Even though the book, as we're going to see, is full of these prophetic words about the coming Messiah. And it was at the end of a time of sort of relative prosperity. They were coming into a hard time, a time when Isaiah was going to give hard words for those who were willing to listen to it. And it says at this time, Isaiah speaking, he says, and I looked and I saw the Lord. I saw the God Most High. Before him were these seraphim, these angels. They had 3 sets of wings. With one of them, they were covering their feet. With one of them, they were covering their eyes. With one of them, they were staying afloat in the air, showing they couldn't even look upon God. And these seraphim were saying, holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is filled with his glory. One of the other prophets later on, referencing this, I believe, said the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Here, this praise is springing forth. And the temple is shaking, the foundations of it, it's filling with smoke. And Isaiah says, woe is me. I'm a man of unclean lips. I live in a people of unclean lips. He's overcome with his own sinfulness. But that's not the end of it. This really interesting thing happens. One of the seraphs goes and gets a coal and brings it down and touches Isaiah's lips. And we're reminded here that, in Romans 10, it says, if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. As we confess God's holiness, how short we have fallen of his glory, and how wonderful and amazing he is, something happens. And this happens to the prophet. The seraph says, your sins have been atoned for. And then God says, we need someone to bring forth this message. Who shall we send? And Isaiah goes, I'm here, send me. A verse before he's saying, woe is me, I'm unclean lips. And now he's saying, send me. Friends, I believe this happens. If we truly encounter God, the two things will happen. Like I said, we'll be assured of how short we fall of his glory, and we'll be assured that we can be swept up in his glory and in the calling that he has in our lives. So I pray that today you would have every expectation that you would experience God, and that as you do so, you would be assured that notwithstanding your sinfulness, he has a wonderful calling on your life. I look forward to seeing you down at church soon this weekend, friends. Take care.